Hey, everybody! Welcome back. Am I too loud right now? I can't actually. I'm loud, but I'm not too loud. I don't think. Welcome. I look like a little pumpkin man. I love that for me. I have become a pumpkin farmer. Glad to do it. How's it going, everyone? Welcome to Monday. Welcome to Watch This While You Do Your Art. Today, as you can probably guess from this extremely descriptive title, I got a craving for the dance. Last week, if you missed it, we finished Big Legs Billy Fast, which is the legged version of Big Mouth Billy Bass. And I learned a whole lot about Blender. And then I think at the very end of that, we were talking and I was like, I want to make like a little silly song, and then I want to make a little Blender video to go along with it. So I think what we're going to do today, at the very least, we're going to try to make a little danceable song. And then if we get far enough in it, maybe we'll hop into designing a little guy in Blender. Basically, my hope here is that I'm trying to learn as much about Blender as I feasibly can, because I've kind of gotten hooked on it. Which also, as a heads up, for people who are on my Patreon, the first video in the album project should be going up today. I finished it on Saturday, and then I finished most of the work on Sunday, and then I've been working on the posts up until now, but I'm so close to getting it up there, so, and I'm very excited about it. I have a feeling, as is always the case, oh, thank you, Abby Stabby, for rating. Also, thank you to Love of My Life, Jetstream Sam, for resubbing before I even got onto the stream. Thank you very much for that. But yeah, there will be the first song video. I referenced this in the video making of itself, but I'm worried that it's going to be the most popular one, and it's also the one that I did the least amount of work on for the song, and then I did a lot of work on the video, but it's just how it is. It's just how it is. Oh, I haven't, Indignant Puffin, have I listened to any of the Eurovision songs for this year? I haven't, but they always got some solid bangers on there. Why is my alert box under there? Bring that up to the front. There we go. Thank you, Bagnum PI, for subscribing with Prime. As a reminder, if you're not subscribing with Prime, please save your money and go to my Patreon. If you got a Prime subscription and you want to give it to me, I'll be very grateful for it. But if you want to do anything, you should go to my Patreon, because again, that's where I'm posting the new video today and the making of on there, and then also all of the song bits, which I'm very excited about. So it should come out today, which I'm very, very happy about. Oh, yes. Astounding, Rambler. That was something that I was in the middle of doing some. I had to call somebody. I think I also, here's a heads up. I might have to hop away for a bit. I'm expecting a call from my manager. Thank you very much, Baltashell, for subscribing. I'm expecting a call. Look, a little Mr. Hollywood big shot Brian has to get a call from his manager today. You understand. It's not an exciting thing, but I might have to hop off for like 10 minutes to answer that. But we'll see how that goes. But that news, Keanu Reeves is playing Shadow the Hedgehog. I'm sorry, we have to, I'm sending it over to the PC. Right now I have Ableton up here, but we have to just look this up really quickly. Keanu Reeves, Shadow. This is a magnificent piece of information, and I'm so happy if I'm the first person to tell you this. I am so glad if I am the person who has let you know that Keanu Reeves is going to be playing Shadow the Hedgehog in Sonic 3. I'm astounded that they got both of the big name cyberpunk actors to be in Sonic the Hedgehog. This dude, I can't believe they have both Idris, two of the hottest men of all time. Two of the hottest guys who have ever existed are now gonna be in Sonic. 3, including Ben. Sorry, Ben. Hey. Ben. You're also very hot. I'm sorry, Ben. I didn't mean to insinuate that the voice actor for Sonic is any less hot than the voice actors for Knuckles and Shadow. Okay? You are equally hot. And that's how it is. Okay? That's just how it is. Thank you, Didelphus Virginiana, and thank you, Jonah the Bean Boy. Ben Schwartz, who plays Sonic in Sonic the Hedgehog. Anyway, this was like, again, I was on a thing, and then I like walked out, and Karen was like, Keanu's playing Shadow the Hedgehog! Keanu's playing Shadow the Hedgehog! And I was like, no! This can't be! But it's so beautiful. Thank you, Hollis Bees, for subbing. Anyway, this is great. This is great news. So, again, a most blessed of days to see that Keanu is voicing. I really can't think of a better voice for Edgelord Shadow the Hedgehog. It really is great. And again, the fact that you should, if you haven't watched this past week's actually, it's one of my favorite ones. It's a great one. I mean, they're all great, but like that one was one of my faves. And we do talk a lot about Shadow the Hedgehog in that one. Anyway, great stuff. What was I talking about? Oh yes, that's right. Sorry, not talking about Keanu today. We are talking about making a jam. We're trying to make a jam today, and I'm very excited about this one because I really want to just I want to try to make a dance in Blender, and so that's going to require me to learn a little bit more about Blender as a program and a little bit more about animation just in general. And so what we're going to do from scratch today, and probably next week as well, and probably the week after that, considering how long it takes to learn anything, we're going to make a song, a nice danceable track, and then we're going to, oh yeah, absolutely, Crescent Coop, this jam can have the essence of Keanu, although that's a hard essence to capsulize, you know what I mean? It's hard to make a cohesive, hard to really grasp that beautiful essence of Keanu Reeves. Anyway, we're going to try to do that today, and then we're going to see what happens. So I think what we got to start with is give ourselves, I think 120 is such a solid tempo for me. It's such a danceable beat. Can you hear that click? I think you probably can, right? You can hear that click? I haven't used Louis Zong's Blender tutorial, but I probably should because Louis has a great Blender style. I'll steal Louis' style directly. I'll apologize to him for it. But what I've been using as tutorials, outside of, I did do a bunch of tutorials before I started doing it on stream, but then I've been using a lot of help from the chat themselves because there seem to be a lot of really smart Blender users in here who have helped me so much. And so we're just going to see what happens. But for right now, we're doing a different program. We're also, here's the thing, both Ableton and Blender are both programs that are relatively new to me. I still am not 100% sure on how to use either of them, but that's the fun of this. And as we always say,
that's the point of the stream.
That's the point of the stream. Everyone knows it. Any of y'all watch Fallout? Sorry, I'm just, I really am. There's a part of me that's like, what's the point of me starting this? Because I'm waiting for a call. I don't want, no spoilers for Fallout in the chat, because it's pretty new. But I have to say, it's a good adaptation. It's a very good adaptation. I like, truly, that's the kind of video game adaptation that is like fantastic. It is, I think it's really hard for any sort of adaptation, especially for a beloved thing like Fallout, to perfectly nail the middle of fan service for people who've played the game and interesting storyline for someone who has no concept of what the game is. It's really, really hard to nail it, and I think they did a fantastic job. And also, Kyle MacLachlan's in it, and so is Zach Cherry. I mean, there's a bunch of great actors. Walton Goggins. They're all great actors, but anything that's got Kyle MacLachlan and Zach Cherry in it, you know I'm gonna love it. But yeah, Kyle MacLachlan's, whoever runs Kyle MacLachlan's social media presence. I mean, maybe it is Kyle, but I think it's probably someone younger. But whoever's doing it is crushing it. It is spectacular. So anyway, it's a good show though. I really enjoyed it, and it also did a great job of making the tone right, because Fallout is a funny game, and so I was really worried that they were gonna try to make Fallout like grimdark, but they didn't. They did a really good job of nailing the tone. So it's Fallout, the game is a silly game, and Fallout is, it manages to nail it, and I love it. I love it. And if again, no spoilers for the chat. But all I gotta say is I want to work on season 2. Because I know where they're going, and holy hell do I want to work on season 2. That's all I can say about it. If they have one, oh man, more so than anything else in the world. Let's make a song, shall we? Let's do it. I've stopped talking about my video game adaptations. We've talked about Keanu. We've talked about Fallout. We've done our job. Let's do it. Yeah, no. Before, when I was talking about the Halo show, when I was at Polygon, that was facetious. This is not facetious. Let Karen and I write on season 2 of Fallout. I know so much about Fallout season 2. I know what it's going to be, and I'm so excited about it. All right, song. Let's make this thing danceable. Let's start with a solid 808, right? Maybe a 909. Let's put in a 909 this time, shall we? We're going to start by just making a loop, because I think that that's probably what we're working with. We can give it like a 4-bar loop, maybe. Oh, sorry, I forgot to do that. Bop, 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 bop. 4 on the floor. Dum, 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 dum. That's what I want. There we go. A little more interesting than a 4 on the floor, but still pretty close. All right? So this should be pretty solid. Yeah, it's Jonathan Nolan who's running the show, which, again, good for Jonathan. Jonathan's been doing a good job of adaptations. I love to see it. Oh, yeah, by the way, that is true that Jenna wrote the ska episode of Unraveled, which was great. But I learned a lot about ska, too, and it was also great to work with Ska 2 Network. They're fantastic. Anyway, I should keep talking. I should keep doing my... Let's go ahead and just put in some hand claps. There we go. That's just on the 2 and the 4. We can almost turn off the click now. Maybe I'll start with just this, right? Now, I want to mess around with the rest of the percussion right now, because now we need to make a danceable bass line, and that's really where it comes in. That's if I can get this down, then the rest of the song's gonna come fine. Because again, I'm just trying to make a danceable track, probably no longer than like 40 seconds, right? Like I know for a fact that it's gonna take me a while to create the animation of it. That's gonna take forever. So I don't wanna overload myself with like a full dance track, and then if it's good enough, maybe then I'll blow it out into an actual song. But for now, I just gotta make sure that I am nailing this bass line. What happens if I put a glockenspiel down like a bunch of that's as low as I can go with the glockenspiel? That's not a good bass. I just wasn't sure if I could like really alter. No, I don't like any of those. I mean, I could just get a pure 808, right? Why not? Why not? Why not just stick with the basics? Thank you, Gorley 4P. Much appreciated for resubbing. Look, Bio Music Man. Sometimes I get well, okay. Sometimes. I always get sidetracked whenever I'm in here. I think, hey, I need a bass line. Oh, why don't I put in a glockenspiel? Why don't I do that completely the opposite thing? It's like, oh, I'm looking for a really nice bass line. Does anyone have a piccolo? How do people feel about... I mean, tubular bells actually could work. But that's okay. Anyway, we're just working with the real low stuff right here. All right, let's talk about... Oh, I'm way too low. I don't want it to release that slowly. There we go. There we go. I want this to be gritty. I'm just doing weird syncopations for this. What is this pencil? I didn't know that I had this tool. This is gonna sound like crap. Yo guys, check out this new beat I just made. Oh, it's gonna go so hard. Yeah, baby, we're done. We finished it. I don't know how to turn off this pencil. I haven't figured out how. I don't know what the pencil is, and I don't know how to turn it off. I've really put myself in. I'm pressing V, B. Does that fix it? Okay, B is the one that puts me back here. Is V that, what did I press? What did I press that made it pencil mode? I don't know. I will never. It's just a mystery to me. It's just a mystery to me. Um, there we go. This is what I want. Let's see if this works. Oh, I put it a little too far. There we go. All right. Oh, is it this pencil icon? Is this it? Okay, I figured it out. What's the hotkey for this? B is draw mode? Oh, B is both. Great. And then what happens if I just copy and paste this and then go up the octave? I don't want it to be... I've realized I don't want... I want these to be Ds. Or D sharps. Now I'm doing the reverse thing that I just did, which is bring this down an octave. There you go. It might be a little too low in that one. Let's bring this up not a full octave. There we go. That's the key I want to be in. Cool. Now, where do we go from here? Where do we go from here, chat? What are we thinking? 'Cause I'm game to maybe put in like I could go into like the melody now, or I could make like a secondary kit, a secondary drum kit. Drums are I was gonna say I was thinking maybe some hi-hat, or let's talk about I could even do like maybe just keep this but build out a secondary version of this line where I do like a because it's about to sneeze. Sorry, I tried to make sure I was far away from the microphone when I sneezed. I hope that was okay. I like it being a little bit off kilter. I'm kind of digging this. Like a hi-hat. I was agreeing with Quincy is big dumb. Quincy is big dumb. I hate to break it to you, but Quincy might be big smart because fast hi-hat could be cool for this. Like super quiet. If I bring that velocity really low. What happens if I just literally do Oh, here's that call that I was waiting for. Folks, I'll be right back in like 10 minutes, okay? I'll be back in a second. Goodbye. I'm back. Sorry about that, everybody. I'm sure. Thank you for hanging tight for a bit. It's so important. The senator, he needs me to save his kidnapped daughter. It's a really important call. I needed to answer that call. Anyway, I'm back here. Let's see how this is sounding right now. I think I need this to be 16th notes. We're getting something silly with this. And I love that. You know I love to get silly. It's busy, but I like it. I like how busy it is. I'm into that. Ooh. The Madonna Like a Prayer spoons are great. I do like that idea as well. That's a fun one. Also, thank you, Damaratus, for resubbing before. I'm sorry, I was on a very important call where I have to save the kidnapped daughter of the senator. This is gonna be my. Maybe that's what this song is about. It's a dance song about saving the senator's kidnapped daughter. I kind of like this. I kind of like this vibe, but I need to change the velocities so that there's a little more. I think that's the kind of velocity I'm looking for these guys. So there's a little more oomph in a little more intentionality in these hi-hats. Yeah, I'm currently not saving the senator's daughter by making this song that will help me. This is a gotta go save the senator's daughter jam. That's how it's gonna be. It's just how it is. That's how this works. Okay. Now, let's put in a little melody maybe? One day I will find a way to use this. I haven't figured out a way to use it yet, but one day I will figure out a way to use that. Let's play around with this for a second, shall we? It's very loud. You know, the more that I'm thinking about this, the more that I am like, maybe this is a video game. We were talking about video games all day. I'm thinking, I got video games on the brain. I'm thinking about making this song. I'm thinking about making it about saving the senator's daughter, which is a classic video game scenario. Classic video game scenario. I'm thinking about this, making it in Blender, and I'm thinking about keeping it really low poly because I don't understand how to do topology very well. So, this is a classic move. I think what we have to do, let's go ahead. I'm sorry, I have to make like is there a notes app in here, right? There's a notepad. All right, let's talk about this. Okay. Save the senator's daughter. And then we have, okay, who's the main character? Who is saving daughter? What's gonna be the who's the main character? I feel like I gotta make him a little. Always want to make him like a little animal spy, you know, something like that could be very fun, right? Something that's like the janitor from the Capitol is a very good idea. Bumblebee TV, I do like that a lot. It could be an armadillo or a bat. Those are really good. Bats are good. What are some good? You know what I think? I mean, a raccoon janitor is a very fun idea. I do like that a lot. What you know what? You know what's an animal that doesn't get enough love? It's the binturong. You guys know about this animal? This is a relatively recent addition to my knowledge base. I didn't know that the binturong was a thing until recently. But I love the binturong. Binturongs are pretty great. Look how cute these guys are. They got these long tails. They sleep on log. How could you not like this? But I did see somebody say an anteater. And I do love anteaters. Like, what are the ones that are a little smaller than the big guys? I love this guy. This guy. The giant anteater's great. Types of anteaters. I'm going to just quickly Google types of anteaters. Have you guys heard about the silky anteater? This is another little guy that I did not know about until very recently. But this is the silky anteater. And it is the cutest thing that's ever existed. They got one little finger. Look at him. How could you not like this guy? Look at him. It's such a cute, it's the most Muppet-like creature I've ever seen in my life. Okay, how about this? Silky anteater, pretty great. I did not know that, Ryan Scenario. Really? They just smell like popcorn? That's wild. Wow. Okay, here are my options. All right? You know what? I think there's one final animal that I want to put on, and it's called the prehensile-tailed porcupine, which I've talked about in the past, I feel like. But they got this cute little nose, and they make this cute sound. They make these adorable sounds. They go, and if you think that I'm lying about that, go listen to what a prehensile-tailed porcupine sounds like, and you will see that I'm an incredible impressionist for the prehensile-tailed porcupine, right? That's 100% what they sound like. It's exactly like that. Thank you, Demaratus. I'll keep that in mind. I think, here's the thing about it. Between these three, they're all going to be kind of tough to model, right? There's a part of me that thinks that the hardest one to model is going to be the prehensile-tailed porcupine, because I have to make those quills. But maybe that's an excuse to learn how to do that. Or maybe I just make... I don't know. I don't know if there's like if there's a chance to be doing this. Thank you, Zoinks, by the way. If there's a chance to like learn how to make, because I know that there are ways in Blender to like create a large like swath of one type of I don't remember what that type of thing is called, like a geometry node or something like that, right? So maybe, yeah, I'll think about This one's a tough one, but that nose is so cute that I would love to model that nose at the very least. That nose seems like a treat. I can do some weird math to populate them. How to... Well, this is a later thing. I have to make the song first, right? I love pangolins as well. Pangolins are also a great choice for this. Pangolins are some of the cutest guys. These dudes are all A+ cuties. All 4 of these A+ cuties. They all are also probably endangered in some way. They should be protected. But yeah, a pangolin's extremely cute, especially when they ride on each other. Oh, so cute. So cute. How could this be so cute? Yeah, you're right. I could texture it so that way the quills are implied. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. All right, well, we'll think about this. I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm trying to build the world around this some sort of sweet little guy. A janitor? So we'll remember this. Save the Senator's Daughter is what this track is called. I don't know if I like this song or that track, so I'm gonna just go ahead and get rid of it because I've sometimes you just gotta know. Let's start with this one. This is a weird sync lead that I don't know if I love it just yet. You know what? Just give me this for a second so I can hear. So if I play around with this noise, I might be able to make something fun. Let's turn this one off for a second, because I just gotta listen to this for a second. Okay, something like that might be the play here. Let's play around with this. I'm trying some different sounds. That's it. This could be it. This could be getting there. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, okay. We're getting somewhere with this today. But now I think I want some sort of chord. Not that. Chord. Yeah, this is the right noise for this. Loud. I mean, maybe I'll just do this. There we go. That's a much better loudness. Better velocity. Maybe what I want is... I love this sound. I love this sound so much that I'm going to make it work. I just want to hear this for right now. Let's just listen to this right now. That's what I want. Doom. Doom, doom, doom. I think that's what I want. Okay. Thank you very much, Mammoth, for gifting so many subs. Much appreciated. Okay. Let's see how this sounds. Okay. I mean, here's the thing, is that what I'm kind of turning this into is like a kind of like a early PS1 kind of got that jungle drum and bass vibe, which makes me think, what if I get rid of the kit right now? Let me hear what it sounds like without the kit. And if I were to speed it up. Like really, 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 really fast sampled instrument drum track. I feel like maybe that's the kind of vibe I'm going for here. Maybe that's what I'm looking for. So let me see if anybody got a good free sample drum. Like, I don't know anything about. I mean, I understand the concept of drum and bass and jungle, but I'm not very well versed in it. I mean, I guess I could just take the Amen break, right? Like, that is a possibility. Amen break, download. Just give me the Amen breaks. Let's give it a try, shall we? I mean, if I can download these for free, I'm willing to do it. You know what I mean? Thank you, Ryan Sonura. I mean, I could do the beatbox chop experiment, Ryan Sonura. Maybe I should try that. Thank you, Sea Green Mask, by the way. Yeah, absolutely, Cyvolt. You're right about the hearing a voice say, "Break it down," and then have the beatboxing. Maybe let's just do that, shall we? So let's see what happens if I okay. So if I what we do is we slow this really far down, right? That was the way that we did this before. I did like a new track, an audio track that I did to like this, right? Where I was going like right? So then we did that, and then we just sped it up. So it'd be like, right? And so, yeah, let's give it a try. I'm willing to give it a try. I'm always willing to give things a try. So let's see if I can do this just recording it by myself. Will this work? Probably not, but let's give it a try. I want it to be, can you, also put in, I want to hear multiple bars of this, but that's okay. Okay, you know what I'm going to do really quickly? I'm just going to make a new kit thing, which is just going to be so that way I can subdivide this a little bit better. So that way I know what I'm doing, you know? Thank you, Cyvold, for subbing. Much appreciated. Okay, so subdividing it will keep me on beat a little bit more. And then if I were to do this potential test, right, where it's like so something like that is, so it's extra fast because I want it to be like something like that will probably work. So let's give this a try. And I'm not peaking, am I? I think I'm okay. Something like that. All right, let's try it. Let's give it a shot. What? That was not what I meant to press. Here we go. No, not right. F9. Okay, so I tried to do as many weird rhythms in there as possible. I think this might work. I'm like, this is maybe gonna work. I got like a 20% belief of this, right? I don't think it's gonna be great. But hey, I'm testing here.
That's the point of the stream.
As we all know. So let's give it a shot. So first things first, we're gonna put this into, if I remember correctly, we did like a drum rack or something, didn't we? Where we just like put it into a thing and said, try your best. Is this it? Was it like Dirty Drum Synthesizer or something? What is that? That's funny. That's an interesting thing that I was not expecting. Let's see what Drum Bus Gritty will do. And if I remember correctly, I also think there is a way for me to lower the pitch of this by 12. Funny. Thank you, Caxmoot, for resubing. Let's put it. Let's do -6, so it's a little deeper. Okay, let's try this one because I liked that specific sample right here, which was like this. All right, that's a weird line that I kind of dig. So if I were to do this and then like even just loop it out, can I? Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. What I want to do is get a bunch of funny. Okay, so I've done this at a much slower pace. And now, if I were to go in here and the way that we've done it before is, I guess I just make the speed go up. But I think I mess around with something in here to make sure that the warp... Was I following the beats or was I preserving the transients or was I preserving... I don't remember, but let's give it a try. Let's see what happens if I just bring it up to 140, which was the speed that I wanted to go in. It's funny. It's funny. I don't know if it'll work. I'm not 100% on it. But let's see what happens if I play the other things in here, because that's really the final test of it, isn't it? If I copy and I paste this into this. That's a good question, Truck Stop Piss Club. I didn't just choose you to answer that so that I could say your name out loud, but I am happy that I saw that. You said, dumb question, what if it's reversed? I don't know. Maybe it would be great. Maybe it would be fun. Let's see what happens. Funny. It loses a lot of its intensity. I don't know where it goes. But it is kind of fun. It's interesting. And if I don't know where all the boom goes in, because it's fine when I. I think I might just still be better if I download the Amen break. Let's just see what happens, because I think there's a part of me that's like, there's a reason these things work the best, and it's because they're the best. I don't know what to tell you. I love to. Oh no, my 40-day free trials ended. I'm so sorry, WinRAR. I need to get to 7-zip. But that's whatever. It is what it is. It is what it is. Oh, you know what I haven't done is save my stuff at all. So let's make a new folder and we'll just call this Save the Senator's Daughter. Because that's what this song is going to be called, I guess now. I don't know. I really, it's hard to tell sometimes what I'm working on. But I have to save this before I can save the Senator's Daughter. Save it as, where did I put this? I put it in my music. Why did I put it in here? That's fine. Whatever. Great. Beautiful. Yeah, I would love to delete those. Okay. So, let's see what happens if I bring in some of these sounds, because I don't know what I'm gonna do with these. But we're gonna just mess around with this for a second. We're gonna see if this is good. Here's a bunch of Amen breaks, so I'm just gonna bring this in really quickly. Can I do that? Do I have to just put it into something? Do I have to like put it in here? Wow, that worked surprisingly well immediately. Sorry, we're just gonna solo this and we're gonna just listen to this for a second. Oh, it's because it's got the drum bus on it. Let's make a fresh track so that way I can hear this better. That's even louder. Are these already affected? Are these already put into the right beats? Like, what's going on here? Because I got a bunch of them. What is going on with the stuff on the background of it? Why is it so muddy? These are already cut, which is yeah, I want just the classic. I just want to hear the original Amen break. Here's the normal, fast, and slow versions. No, stop it. Quit it. Quit it, everybody. I'm just trying to find my... Yeah, you know what? Let's do this from scratch, shall we? So right here what I've got is the original break. Okay, so if you didn't know, this is from the drum solo by the Winston's Amen brother. It's one of the most sampled drum things of all time. It just is. It's a fantastic sample. I'm going to I'm just gonna go ahead and download this dry, and then we're gonna make something from scratch. I think that's my plan, because I like when I get to do things like that. That's always fun for me. If I can get over here and sorry, I'm just popping this over so that way I can actually make sure that I'm doing all this correctly. Can I download this? Okay, where am I downloading this to? I don't even know. Sure, why not? Great. Let's do it. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna actively go in and chop and screw this ourselves, because you have to learn these things when you're trying new stuff. It's very important. Okay, there we go. Thank you, Nick, for saying, how about adding a viola? I think this would be significantly better if you added a viola. I mean, probably true. I might. I'm willing to give it a shot. You better believe that. Okay, so what I have done is I've just downloaded the dry version of the Amen break. So obviously this is out of time right here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this, and in fact, I'm not gonna drop it in there. That's a bad place to drop it. I'm gonna start this as its own new audio track. Is there something going on with my? Well, that's fine. Let's just see what happens. I'll just drop this in, and let's mess around with it for a bit, shall we? Just this one, please. I just want to hear this. So that's the entire sample right there. It's just that part. So I'm just going to go ahead and... How do I cut things in this? Control-C? Control-T? No, not Control-T. I'm trying to remember my... What are my things? What are the modes? I've forgotten what it is. Oh my god, it's been so long since I've played around with it in Ableton. Shortcut, what's the shortcut? Control or Command X? No? What is it? I'm just looking at the shortcuts. Command E. Haha, of course. Of course it's Command E. We all know that that is what you do when you are doing this. All right, let's get in here, shall we? I want to... You know what I want to do is I'm going to make this the correct tempo before I put this in, so that way I can actually make sure that this is right. What is that tempo? What is the tempo of Amen Break? Yeah. Yeah, it does suck that they received no royalties for the sample. Pretty absurd. Ugh. One of the most important pieces of musical history of all time. Can't believe this. Sorry, I was looking this up and then I just went to the Wikipedia page and it is an unfortunately dark, sad story, which is often how it is for so many early musicians. It's rough. That's rough. It's a fact. Anyway, I will do my best. I mean, now I'm like, oh, I don't even want to use this anymore. But it is one of the most important pieces of, it's, what a shame. The things you learn while you are on stream. Ugh. Killer. Well, let's see if we can do this. I'm still gonna try. I mean, here's the other option. Is that we just find a drum solo that I can download and then just take those samples, because I like the idea of chopping and screwing something that's real. You know what I mean? Is there a you know what? Who are some great drummers? JD Beck, is that his name? Yes. I can't believe that JD Beck is 20. That's unreal to me. It's absurd. Oh yeah, the Karen Carpenter dancing in the street is a great one, actually. That's a really good one. Scrumping them apples. Another sad story about musicians, Karen Carpenter. Oh my god. But let's see if I can sample that. I mean, I'm willing to take this. Just the drum solo from this, because that's fantastic. Geminade. That's a great joke. I've heard of chopping, but who's screwing Chopin? All right, let's see if I can download this real quick, shall we? Okay. Just taking down a new drum track. Let's see. Okay, this one's gonna be a little bit harder to cut up, but let me see if I can grab just the drum solo from it. It's right at the end of the song. Oh yeah, I could turn this into something. I think I can. It's good. It's very powerful. It's a very hectic drum solo. But it rules. It rules. Anyway, sorry. I'm getting sidetracked. Where is this thing that I just downloaded onto my computer? Let us grab this. Okay. If you haven't watched this whole track, you should definitely listen to it. It's spectacular, and Karen Carpenter is an incredible musician. How we doing? Oh, does it have... When I put it in here, did it automatically attach it to the correct... to the beat? Why? Warp is turned on in the sample? What? Oh, did I... This is new. What is going on here? Thank you, Didelphus Virginiana, by the way. What is that? The bass is on this sample? Is that right? Did I put... I don't think I put anything on this one. This is all... This is a completely new track that I've created. It's on the sample when I drag it in there. What? What? How? Really? Oh no, the bass is on the track. I know that, but I'm talking about here's what I was talking about. Sorry. I've realized that we're talking about two separate things that I'm explaining right here. I know that part right there has actual instruments on it. But here, if I just listen to this, why is it drag it in, then double click it, and then do I change the warp? Oh, there we go. Now it's the right speed. Okay. That's weird. I just have never dealt with that before in this. This is a completely new thing to me. Also, I keep forgetting to put my face to a different side. I never remember which side I'm supposed to put my face whenever I'm doing any of these things. This is what I had. I had warp on, and as a result, it changed it. But there's the drum solo itself. There's the drum solo. There we go. So we're gonna start right here, because this is where it starts just being the drums. See, that's the drum solo, and it is brutal. It's a powerful drum solo, I gotta say. But I'm just gonna go ahead and just take out the drums, which are right here. Ish. This is gonna be a tough one to cut, but hey, no sense in goofing around if I'm doing it easy. Okay, so this is weird because it's faster. It's a faster tempo than what I'm working with, which I think is funny to have to work with, because I could do like a nice... All right, let's see. Let's see if I can grab just that. And then let's see if we can build a beat using this, kind of Frankensteining it into something fun. I want to bring this in a little closer so it's... Let's just see what happens if I just put these in first, because this is just a test. This is just a test to see if I can turn these into something that works on the beat. Guess it's got to be a little bit earlier than that, doesn't it? It's got to be like right there, if I'm doing this correctly. Might be a bit too much, but let's see. How about instead of doing it like this, because I was trying to blend it to fit there, what I think I'm gonna do instead is bring this back out. this. I'm just gonna cut, and then I'm going to put it into the right tempo. So give me a second to just figure out what this tempo is. It's like 165. Oh my god, it's so fast. Sorry, that was just me figuring out the tempo. So if I were to go like let's try 165 or something, and let's see. This would be right at. I mean, at this point in time, it doesn't really have a tempo. This is just kind of a lot of incredible rolls going on. I mean, yeah, that's so out of time. I might have to start with something easier than this. I love this drum solo, but I also think it might be a bit too much to start with. I think I need a little something a little less busy. So I'm gonna go with. I mean, maybe I do just go back with the Amen break. I think that might be. I think what I have to go back to try it. I think I gotta give it a shot. So if I go to like 130, they said it was like 137 the original. Is that right? And then if I click on it here and don't warp it. I just put this right on. Yeah, that's about right. Okay. So there you go. So now what I have here is something that actually makes sense. And now we can play around with this. Okay. So what I was thinking, and now if I warp this, be a little faster. Cool. Okay. We've got it in the right spot now. It took me a while to get to this point, but I'm learning and I'm living and I'm figuring this stuff out. Thank you, Ryan Snare, for gifting us up. So what I'm going to try to do right now is that I love this. Let's just hear how it sounds. I mean, it's already great. If I just keep this. It's already fun, right? Like, there's a reason why this is one of the most sampled, most commonly sampled drum samples of all time, right? It's amazing. What happens if I do something like this? Again, now I'm just getting into the silly bits of moving around the samples. Let's see what we got here. I need 4, is that right? Okay, this is getting somewhere. You know what? Let's just go ahead and move this over because I need to loop this. Okay, so if I go like... I like the first part. Okay, let's try this. That's kind of there. That's kind of fun. I don't love this part. In fact, maybe what I want to do is put these a little further up because I think that that would make them a little nicer. Nope. These... nope. Oh, oh. I'm just going to do this so that way it meshes a little better. There we go. Let's see if that works and sounds a little nicer. Kind of. There's something there. There's something there. There's something there. There's something there. Okay. And then let's see if I can get, you know, because I want to... Let's put in a couple other things in here, too, just because I am having fun at this point in time. Oh, wrong thing. Okay. I gotta include this one. This is one of the best parts. This is the reason the Amen break works, is because of this part. It's so good. That part is so juicy. It's such a juicy part. Which makes me think maybe, what if I put it in, like, right here? Get rid of these two. Put this back over to this part. I like the double hit there. Yeah, baby, we're going straight into SSX tricky mode right here. This is like, I mean, if you look up on YouTube, just yeah, that's what I'm going for too, to be announced. What's so funny to me is that, like, I think if you were to ask a lot of people and you're like, "Hey, do you like jungle? Do you like drum and bass?" And they'd be like, "I don't know anything about that." I think that, I mean, obviously there'd be some people who love it, but like if you're asking people in my generation, people who are a little too young to understand the scene, then you'd be like, I don't really know what that is. And then you'd play them and they'd be like, oh, this sounds like X video game. This sounds like this video game. Oh, that sounds like Powerpuff Girls. Oh, that sounds like this. And you're like, you don't realize just how big of an influence that scene had on so much media at that time. It is spectacular. And like, that's something that I have been really learning now that I'm in 30, right? Where I'm like, oh, I'm going back and I'm like, whoa, all of these things are so heavily inspired by that. And so if you take a look at literally, like if you just search up, yeah, there's so many things on YouTube. If you just search up PlayStation Jungle Mix, there's this great one by Ryland Kirshanoff, I guess is the person that I'm looking at, that has the one that I've listened to. And it's so cool. It's great. It's the best. Okay. Anyway, let's play around with this a little more. I think maybe I'll do it something like this. There you go. That's kind of got a nice hiccup to it, but it's not overwhelming, you know? I think that, like, I have to remember that this is, first and foremost, a dance track. What we're trying to do is we're trying to make this a fun, silly thing. So it does still have to sound nice, you know what I mean? So let's go ahead and play around with this for a bit. Let me just put this up here, and let's see what we've got. There we go. So if I put in just a couple of random breaks in it. Okay, let's see what happens here. Go back to where I was doing. Yeah, I think that's what I want. You know what? No, I think I'm just gonna keep what I had in the first. That first one was so nice. Okay, how's this sound? I like that. I like that a lot. That's fun. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting somewhere, folks. Take a listen to this. Cool. And then what I might do is I'm probably gonna keep my my 909 in here too, just to really oomph it up, you know what I mean? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change a little bit of this. Thank you, Nonoro. Welcome. Oh, I was gonna say, are we talking programs in chat right here? Ableton is a one-time purchase, which is great. So is Logic, I think. It was when I bought it. But yeah, Adobe, Adobe. Man. I wish I wasn't beholden to Adobe. Every day I wish that I wasn't beholden to it. Please go check out, there's so many better, like obviously Adobe is still pretty much the professional standard, but like yeah, I've heard a lot about FL Studio. I've heard a lot about what's the thing that I was thinking about? There's a really good coloring uh there's a good video editor that's also great for color stuff, and I can't remember. Um what am I blanking on? But regardless, what I would say is that if ever you're trying to get into stuff, always try free trials first. Always. DaVinci Resolve. That's it. DaVinci Resolve. Thank you. DaVinci Resolve is the one that I keep hearing about, and I have been considering adopting. It hasn't been going well. I'm glad to hear that, Rambler. I have not messed around with it, but obviously Blender is a free program as well. Very good. Extremely helpful. Honestly, Blender is a good, it's a weird illustrator, but you can do stuff with grease pencil, so that is helpful if you're trying to learn, if you're just like doodling around, right? Which is pretty nice. But there's some great things. So anyway, this is all to say that there are a lot of better, I mean, Adobe, as soon as Adobe started being like, yep, and we're going to use all your stuff for AI, I was like, oh, I got to get off Adobe, man. Adobe needs to learn that they can't just make things bad just because they have a monopoly on the industry. Because they don't have a monopoly on the industry anymore. Adobe. How dare you? Hate it. But yeah, I'm afraid I don't know much about like Adobe Illustrator or things like that, which are also pretty much standard. But if people in the chat have good suggestions for free or cheap, or at the very least one-time payment programs, there's a lot of great ones. But Adobe keeps making it worse, and I keep buying it. I don't know. I just have to figure it out. It's tough. It's tough out here. Um, let's keep doing this. Now that I've made my drum sample set. And let's fill this up with the kit that I made over here. Is there a way to turn this into like a repeatable sample in let me just look this up. Looping Is this an arrangement view, or is it, okay, I see what's happening. How to right click and then freeze track, is that okay? Because I'm willing to give this a try. Freeze track. Okay. And now flatten it. And now it's become a sample, is that right? I guess I can find out. No, that's not right. Oh, I want to consolidate. Okay, thank you, by the way, Broccolyrics, for doing all this. I see it now. There we go. Okay. Set it so that way the end is 9. Is that right? Is that gonna fix the issue that I was just having right there? Go back. Why am I doing this so poorly? There we go. There we go. Now it's the correct length. Bingo. All right. Okay. Okay, great. We're in business now. Because what I need to do now is make some like I need to put in some like very basic droney sounds, or I go into here and let's do this really quickly. But how do I make it loop? Why doesn't it want to loop on me? What is this called? Not 100% sure. Ableton. How do I do this? Ableton. Loop audio clip. Oh, of course. There's a button that says loop. There's a very obvious button, Brian. It has the word loop on it. Mamma mia. Okay, is that right? And that will be the correct amount of space. Now it should loop. Oh no, I didn't. I guess I didn't do it correct. Okay, so there's a loop there, and then I have to press another loop button. Is that right? Is that right? So I screwed something up here in this place. Why won't it let me do this? Why won't it let me loop? There we go. That's better. Oh, I have to drag it to make it shorter. Is it because of this? Is that the problem? Oh! Yeah! I figured it out. Took me long enough. Thank you for the help, Rocco Lyrics. Okay, so let's go ahead and delete these really quickly because I'm gonna put in a new thing. What happens if I'm just thinking about doubling up the I'm trying to just double up the kicks so that way there's a little extra oomph. But here's another option. What if I just double up? What if I do some audio effects to this? Why don't I play around with a dirty drum synth, a dirty drum bus gritty. What happens if I do this? I do not know if this will be too much. We will see. Let's put this in here, and then I will solo it, and it might be loud. I'm sorry if it's too loud. Here's what it without it dry. I don't want this. I don't want this, but we're gonna keep playing around. Let's try drums punchy. Let's see what happens. Okay. okay. But I might try some overdriven drums on this. We'll see if this is a little too much. Oh, big bass gain. Yeah, that's a fun idea. Let's put in a flanger hyphenette. That's a fun idea. Let's give it a try. Cool. Whoa. That's kind of fun. It just adds a little lasers to it. You know what I mean? I don't hate that. I like a little in there. I kind of love that. I really like that a lot. I might make it a little quieter. But I like how it fills in. I mean, I guess I could have done that with like a reverb as well, but I thought that was going to get too muddy. But this fills in the breaks in the break, right? That's great. And so now if I listen to it in context. This is fun. This is fun. All right. This is not what I was expecting to do today. I was not planning to make a like this sort of drum and bass inspired PlayStation 1 track, but this is fun. This is fun. Let's play around with the arrangement of it, because now we're getting into the fun stuff where we're going to start being like, okay, let's start recording this, which will most likely start with just this for right now. Yeah, okay, that's what we're doing. All right, let me just record this because this is going to be what I want. Here we go now. Give me that melody. Great. All right. Now, I'll just go ahead and put this in because that's what I want this song to sound like. The end. And so now, what I want to do here, first, this is a very important part of any good song. Just gotta put in a little gap. I've again, if you're on my Patreon, you will see what I'm talking about when I say that I gotta put in some yeahs. Later today, I should be posting that video. And this is where I want this to kind of work, is like, I want to have like a, I mean, here's a thing. Let's look for movies in the public domain, because this is when it gets really good, right? Like this is what are some current? Yeah, baby. We're just gonna download one of these Library of Congress videos, and then we're going to use that as a sample in this track. How about, oh, let's use Duck and Cover. This is a classic. All right, yeah. Let's give this a try, shall we? Let's download this. If you guys didn't know about this, if you want, this is one of the best things in the world. I found this a couple years ago, and I don't know why it took me so long to realize just how great this is. But if you take a look at the Library of Congress, here is a bunch of free to use and reuse public domain films. From the National Film Registry. It's great. It's great. You can use it in a bunch of good things. Here's just a couple of them. There's a bunch, right? Like you can look for everything in here. If I just look for films and videos, let's just search everything. Here's a bunch that are from recent times. But what I always do is I sort by oldest first, and this always comes up with the coolest stuff. What? No, sort by oldest first. There we go. And so then you can find a bunch of these like very fascinating old films. It's wild. And you could just use these. And this is great. I've used them in some of my videos before. I used it in, I think the first time I used it was in It's Time to Get Good at Darts. Oh yeah. It's very true. That is a good point. Frontier Psychiatrist is a classic great song. Anyway, this is a really good useful thing, and it's just fun. Like it's just fun to mess around in here and like see what old films there are. It's fascinating. But you can download any of these if I'm not mistaken. And like yeah, it's just like watch Ladies Saddle Horses. Let's see what this video is about. I don't know. But you can use them and here's I don't think there's any sound in this one because it was made in 1903. But anyway, it's fascinating. It's a fascinating place that you can do this. It's here. It's just loc.gov is the place that you gotta go. Thank you, Ryan Sonera, for posting that in there. But like, it's so cool. You can just use these because they're all in the public domain, and you should use these. It's a great thing to have. Anyway, that was just a thought that I had. But obviously, if I'm gonna do this, I need to have something that was from like 1940 or later, so that way I can actually hear the words. Oh man, I guess I'll just have to go to like 15 might be the best choice for this. Let's do Jerry Pulls the Strings. Has this got some weird voices in it? That's all I want.
From the library.
Just skip ahead. Oh, this is a long one. This is 30 minutes long. Oh, wow. Is this a puppet show? Is this marionettes? Oh, cool. Here's the other thing. Sometimes you'll click on these and you'll be like, oh, there's some overt racism. So you never can tell what's going to happen when you look at these old things. This is wild. I can't believe we ended up on this, like...
Believe it, my dear fellow. He did not know me.
But did you tell him you were the great actor, David Garrick?
I bade him look upon me. There was no need for taking my name in vain.
There was no need for taking my name in vain. I'm gonna sample that specific sound. This is so cool. What a wild thing. Anyway, I now understand the name Jerry Pulls the Strings. It's a marionette show. This is bonkers. Anyway, you can download any of these just by hopping in here, and then I forget how you're supposed to download them from this. Wait till it loads, I think. I have to wait till it loads, and then I can download it. Anyway, Library of Congress, great sample library. If you're ever interested in something like that, definitely worth it to give a check if that's something that you're interested in. It's a great place. Okay. I don't know why this isn't downloading. I have to figure out how do I do this. Why won't it do this? Please. Is it just because it's super big? Because it's the 30-minute long thing? Maybe. I don't know. Well, all right. I'm going to try to download this, but I also have to go to the bathroom. So I will be right back. I'm going to let this kind of load on its own for a bit. But yeah, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Hello. Still hasn't downloaded. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I've done this before, and I don't know why it won't let me download this thing. Just how it is. It's a good question. I don't know. It's just I forgot what this nail polish is called. It's from one of my old ones, but it's just an old. I think it's called like Charged Steel or something. No idea. Thank you, by the way, to ATK42 Games for raiding while I was in the bathroom. Sometimes that's what happens. Anyway, let me I don't know why this won't download. Come on now. Come on, Library of Congress. I was just speaking about how great you are. You should let me download. Oh, there you go. Now I'm downloading it. Oh, it's gonna take 3 hours to download. Just the small one, please. Well, okay. You know what? Maybe it's not meant to be. Unless somebody's put it up on, like, YouTube. Jerry pulls the strings. Has anyone put this on YouTube? Because it's free? And so it should be allowed to be there as well? It looks like it. It looks like I can download this from here, which should work fine. Okay, there we go. Then I'm just gonna look. Library of Congress, I would download the high quality version of this, but I'm on stream right now, so I don't feel like doing that. I feel like I am instead gonna just do this, and we're gonna call it there. Seems fine to me. Let's just download the whole video, I guess. It's only 480p, so I should be fine. And let's download it. And then we're gonna go in. We're gonna have to sample this stuff. I'm gonna have to go into Premiere to find a good way to find the good clips. Okay. All right. Sorry. It's taking a little bit of time. Oh, I can get this much higher quality. Okay, there we go. Found a better place to get this. Save it right here. Download that now. Okay, it's gonna still take a little bit of time, but let's go ahead and get Premiere open. As I was just talking about how Adobe gives me heartache every day. But sometimes you just have to, you gotta do what you gotta do. New project. New project. Choose location. Put it in my music thing for some reason, but that's okay. No. Okay. And let's begin. Sorry, now I can finally make this the correct size for the screen. There we go. All right, let's take a look at Jerry Pulls the Strings. I'm ready to see what we've got here. And hopefully find some weird old samples, because that's what it's all about. That's what I love more than anything in the world. It's to pull some weird old samples from a string puppet film produced by the American Can Company to tell humans, or to tell how coffee is grown, harvested, and packaged in tin cans. Wow, what a strange advertisement I'm looking at right now. Okay, here we go. I'm learning new stuff every day. Oh, sorry. That's the one I want. New sequence from clip. All right, here we go. All right. Hopefully y'all can hear this pretty well. Let's bring up this gain so it's a little bit better. There's poetry and coffee too. Oh yeah, no, I gotta sample that. Gotta save that. That's a great one. Oh, are you not getting any audio from Premiere? Sorry about that, everybody. Here you go, Ryan. I apologize for that. I forgot about how to make the audio work for the correct sections. Here you go. Now you should be able to hear it.
Ah, that was beautiful, no? Boy.
There we go. Now you can hear it. Sorry about that, everybody. I forget which ones I have to press in order to make sure that you can hear the right things that I'm clicking on.
On the big...
Dear fellow, he did not know me.
But did you tell him you were the great actor, David Garrick?
I bade him look upon me. There was no need for taking my name in vain.
Great.
And would you believe it, my dear fellow, he did
I love this.
not know me.
I think that's a great sample right there.
Oliver Goldsmith. I asked too good a listener. I had no mind of the time.
Your apologies, my dear Johnson, fall on ears unheeding. I've scarce noticed your absence, what with sipping coffee, so delicious, to say nothing of a free seat at a performance of the great Garrick yonder.
And David is a pretty lad.
David is a pretty lad.
'Tis sad that where such beauty reigns. Note of that, Boswell. Didst think I...
Okay, find me some good other samples in here. I'm just looking for
think I'll give that to posterity. Ah, my dear Mrs. Siddons, you do me too much honor to seek me out here.
Samuel Johnson, you promised me a play. You will not escape me in a coffee house. Siddons is no disdainer of coffee. Have me a cup and a chair.
Aye, wench, coffee for the lady.
How about a wench coffee for the lady?
Aye, wench, coffee for the lady.
Pretty great.
And as for a chair, surely a seat not fit for greatness and beauty, but 'twill be a throne if you do sit upon it.
This is wild.
Coffee?
I'm sorry. I'm just kind of fascinated by this now, and I just want to watch the whole thing. Don't laugh at that person. They just fell.
Yeah, let me have it. All in one person.
There was lots of history in coffee houses, too. The French Revolution began in a coffee house. The American Revolution had lots of plans made for it in coffee houses. On the night of April 8th, Zotis was there.
What's going on here?
Gentlemen, I have asked Paul Revere to meet us here tonight.
Paul Revere?
That I don't know, Mr. Otis.
I love that this ad is just like, and don't you know, coffee's great. This is fantastic. And everything is good about coffee. Thank you, Joe Cat. Much appreciated. I'm fascinated by this old style of like, oh yeah, let's watch this 31-minute ad for coffee as a concept.
Promise to meet me here by 10 o'clock at...
Let's make some American historical fiction about Paul Revere loving coffee.
Heaven you've arrived.
There he is.
What have you learned?
Great work.
Where do we go?
You go to the tower of Old North Church.
I'm sorry. This is too fun.
Dios mío, Alvarado say it will be tomorrow pretty quick.
This is so wild. Okay. All right. I'll stop paying attention to this.
Right. If it is not right.
I'm just going to grab the samples that I've already grabbed. These are the ones that I'm going to use. No. I wanted to grab just these ones. Sorry. Bop. Boop. Bop. Boop. There we go.
Ah, that was beautiful, no?
And would you believe it, my dear fellow, he did not know me.
Aye, wench, coffee for the lady.
Yeah, let me have it.
All right. Those are the sounds that we're gonna use. This seems great to me.
Ah, that was beautiful, no?
And would you believe it, my dear fellow? He did not know me.
He did
Hey,
not
witch,
know me.
I'll be for the lady.
Yeah, let me have it.
Okay, I think I can make this. I think I can make this into something. I don't know what yet, but I think I can turn it into something. We're just gonna export this as a WAV file, I guess, will be easiest, won't it? There we go. Why won't it let me click WAV? There we go. Jerry pulls the strings. There we go. And now I can bring it into here and put it in as a new audio track. Let's see what we can do here. I'm just gonna grab the specific sample that I want from this.
Ah, that was beautiful, no?
Don't warp it, please. There we go.
Ah, that was beautiful, no?
And then I'll put a little reverb on it to make it a little bigger than it is currently. Also, I need to make this gain way higher.
Ah, that was beautiful, no?
Now let's get some audio effects. Let's just get a quick reverb in here. I'll just do it. This is fine.
Ah, that was beautiful, no? Ah, that was beautiful, no?
Cool. And then what I can do is I can literally just pop this in right here. What if I do this? And then if I were to take this and let's talk about automation. How do I see? Sorry, I just realized what I want to do.
Ah, that was beautiful, no?
There we go. That's what I wanted. But let's warp this a little bit because I think that's exactly what I'm going for.
Ah, that was beautiful, no?
That's great. Okay. That's now we're getting into it. Now we're getting into it. Sorry, now I just have to do this really quickly because I want to put a couple of these in here at the beginning too.
Did not know me. And would you believe it, my... And would you believe it, my dear fellow?
Okay, so now we're getting into it. Now this is getting fun.
And would you believe it, my dear fellow? He did not know me. He did not know me.
Ah, that was beautiful, no?
Yeah! Oh, this is fun. I gotta make this a little louder, I think. This is the one part that isn't hitting for me at this point in time. Because if I go in here now. There we go. Now we're in business. Okay, so let's just listen to it for the full thing, because now I'm really digging this.
And would you believe it, my dear fellow? He did not know me. He did not know me.
Ah, that was beautiful, no?
Now what I need to do, if I were being for real right now, what I need to make sure is that I put in that final bit of, "Hi, wench, come bring me some coffee," or whatever it is. What is this?
Hey, witch! Coffee for the lady!
I'd want to put this like in here somewhere where it's, we've been playing this for a bit now. Okay. And then I'd want an even bigger drop after this, right? Because I want to get like... something like right here. Would probably work well. In fact, you know what? Actually, let me just keep looping this out really quick, and then I'm just going to delete this section from the whole thing. Okay. So if I were to do something like this, was I off track for this one?
Hey, witch! Coffee for the lady!
Yeah! Yeah, that rules. I love that. I love that so much. Oh, that's great. The prrr is what I really am here for. It's just that bit. I love it. Love it. Big fan of that. Big fan of that. Okay. I mean, now, how long have I made this? Like a minute now? I guess I shouldn't be going too much further than this, because I don't know. I was gonna make this into, again, a totally unrelated Save the President's Daughter PS PlayStation Blender thing. Anyway, you know what? While I'm here, I think it's time for me to hear a little bit from you all. I always forget to do this until the very end, and so I'm doing it earlier and asking you all, hey, the point of this stream is for me to be doing some art while you are doing your own art in the background. I'd love to hear if you are doing any art right now. I want to know what you're up to. What you are you doing art while you're doing this stream? Are you just watching it for fun? I don't know. But I'd love to hear if you're making some art. That would be great. Oh, making some squid earrings. Soup on the rocks. Squeerings. Sounds great to me. Pardon me. I had a burp. Sometimes that happens. Copper etching. I saw somebody doing that. That's pretty cool. Sculpting a dragon. Making some music visualizers. Wood carving. Wow. There's a lot of things in this that I'm like, wow, that requires some big tools. Copper etching, wood carving. These are all things that you gotta be doing. I don't know. I don't even know where you're watching this, but that's impressive. That's fantastic. Making some music, just transcribing. That's amazing. I'm impressed that you can make music while watching a different thing that has music going on. I could never do that. That's hard to do. Plating design. That's amazing. writing some video game stuff. I love to see the people who are making video games while they're watching this stream. That's always a fantastic thing to me. I love that. Oh, these are some cool things. Some great art going on today. Well done, y'all. I see some people playing some video games. That's art. That's what counts. Oh, Epic Games Giant Art Jam. That's fun. That's pretty cool. Love to see that. Dang. There's some cool art going on out there. I love to hear that. I love to hear that from y'all. Soup is absolutely an art at Ed and Edgy. That is 100% an art. Soup should always be an art, in my opinion. So yeah, good job making some art today. I hope you enjoyed me making this art today. I was, again, not expecting to get to this point. I truly wasn't expecting to make this kind of song today at all. So, you know, that's the beauty of this stream, is that you just kind of hop in and you see where it takes you. And I hope that helps you all too. I hope you all are doing some art and just kind of seeing where it goes, because that's great. I'm a big fan of that. Anyway, good work, y'all. Good work on your arts. And if you're not doing art right now, that's okay. You're doing art. That's what matters. I sometimes you just got to say you are, and that's all good. I think what I might do is just try to stop this, because if I'm going to make this into a little Blender animation, then I should probably keep it pretty low on this time scale. So I think keeping it at how long is this right now? According to the end, it is 54 seconds, which is probably where I want to end up for this.
And would you believe it, my dear fellow? He did not know me. He did not know me.
Ah, that was beautiful, no?
That's kind of fun to have that be the thing that goes into the next section. I think I just want to have, here, let me have it. And then, oh! I think that's what I want to have come up in this. And then I'll do this, because this is where I'm going to put the second drop. I think that works the best for me. If I just grab this one, and I grab right here, and I delete this. And I do that for all these, and then I can bring that in. It's a little too... If I get... No, I don't love the... How about this? How about if I just put this right here? That's what I want. That's the phrase. If I can get it to be a little more on beat right there. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. And then it'll end on this.
Hey, witch! Coffee for the lady!
And then that'll be the end of it. I think that's what I'm going for. But let's do a little extra oomph. Yeah, I think ending on the jowl shake is one of my favorite things for this. I think I need a little more in this final bit. But that's the only thing that I think I need to really
would
change.
you believe it, my dear fellow? He did not know me. He did not know me.
Ah, that was beautiful, no?
Yeah, let me have it.
Yeah, it might be a little late. Oh, that first drop. I might put in some audio in this. I might put some of my own voice in here if I can. I might get the
And would you believe it, my...
That was beautiful, no?
I think that's fine. But let's do something in this final section right here where I'm gonna do new track, new audio track. Let's see what happens if I do this. I don't know if it's going to be good or not, but let's give it a shot.
Yeah, let me have it.
Cool. So if I take that and I put a bunch of stuff on it, just the most stuff you could possibly put on it. You know what? Why don't I just go ahead and put in my favorite thing, Voloco. This is not the right. Is this the right? I'm also going to put this a little higher. Not quite that far back. Just a tiny bit back. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I'll just put this in there just for fun, you know? Just for fun. Let's bring these out a little bit further so that way. Okay. Now if I go in here really quickly and I mess around with this and I put this down a little bit because I don't need it to be that loud.
Yeah, let me have it.
There we go. There we go. I think that we're getting somewhere. I like what that's doing in there. And then let's see what I can do. Let's just put in one more MIDI sound, right? Like, I think that that's really what I need. Is just one final instrument, which is just like some weird bells up at the top, right? Like, I think that that's what I'm looking for. Let's put in some digibells. Digibells, digital bells are champions. That's right. My upcoming Digimon reboot, I guess. I think what I'm just gonna do is put in like some like if I do a what, there we go. Oh, nope. Don't loop it. Just do this. Something like that. I think that's what I'm gonna go for. What is that beat that I was just doing? That's not it. Gonna make these a little less loud also. A Morse code message. It is what I could do that. Quantize it, please. Cool, and then if I can mess around with these. I don't love the... I mean, maybe I just change it from being a digital bell entirely. Maybe it's just something like that. This might be too much, but if it's floating in the top, maybe it's okay. But I will find out soon enough if I just make the length that's over here. Thank you. Now, if I were to listen to that in context, how does that sound? Is it anything? If I make it a little louder, maybe. Oh, it's pretty low anyway. I guess I could always... It's a little too muddy, I think, for right now. Because of the reverb on it? Is that right? What if I make it bells rattling? I mean, it's kind of fun. I don't know if it's the right sound, but I kind of like it a little bit. Okay. Let's just see if this works, because the more I play around with it, the more I love it. And I don't know if it's going to work out well at all, but that's okay. Yeah, that's what I needed. That's what I wanted. Okay. Let's do it in full context, because this is where you can really tell if it's working.
And would you believe it, my dear fellow? He did not know me. He did not know me.
Ah, that was beautiful, no?
I think the stereo left and right is right for the bell.
Yeah, let me have it.
Hey, witch! Coffee for the lady!
Yeah. Yeah, there we go. All right. All right. Oh, that's groovy. That's fun. That's a fun one. Okay. So, what a strange little song we've made. But now, look, we're basically done with the stream today. I'll be honest with you. We're closing in on 5 o'clock, but that's okay, because now we have a song that we're gonna start with when we come back on Monday. Because on Monday, I think we're gonna try to turn this into a Blender dance file, right? And so that'll be good. But yeah, if once I'm done with this, I will most likely post this on Patreon. Oh, goodbye, Ryan. Thank you for hanging out today. But this is really fun. As a reminder, again, on my Patreon, I should be posting my first new video in a very long time on there. The first part of the album stuff should be coming up today. I hope you all like it. It's a real weird one, and I love it. I had so much fun making it. And then I'll be back on Monday. I was gonna say I'm probably just gonna finish this early. Let's just go ahead and hop over to the main cam, shall we? Because this song is in a good position now, and I'm excited to see where it goes when we come back on next week. I think I'm pretty sure I'm fine. So let me check my calendar. I always gotta check my calendar. I don't think I got anything next week. Yeah, it should be fine. Next week I'll be back, and I'll be making this into a weird Blender dance, and so that should be fun. You know, just play the song in the background again, one last time for me, shall we? Just while we're leaving.
Would you believe it, my dear fellow? He did not know me. He did not know me.
Ah, that was beautiful, no?
Yeah, let me have it.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm glad that I kept that disco light in here. I knew I was going to use it at some point. Very happy with how that went. Very happy. Oh yeah, thanks, Rambler. I'm working with Happy Broccoli Games again. I'll be in their new, very cute game, Duck Detective. I hope you guys like it. It looks so adorable. Duck Detective looks like a real blast. Anyway, folks, I will catch you all on Monday. I hope you had a good time making some art today, or just hanging out with us. That works great too. I'm gonna go finish up my posts so that way the video goes up on Patreon soon. I'll catch you all soon. Have a good Monday. Have a great start to your week. Goodbye, and good luck. That's ominous. I don't mean to say that like that. Okay, goodbye. Have a great day. Goodbye.